Hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Katie. I am a NASM certified personal trainer, performance enhancement specialist, body neutral personal trainer, and elite level power lifter. And I just released a 2-part mini series. This is part 3 and also the last part for all my beginners out there. The goal of this series was really just to give you a gentle introduction to strength training. And I hope I did just that. Now I want to talk to you about what the heck you'll do with this program for the next couple of weeks. There's a couple of different ways that you can progress this program. So let's talk about all of them. I want you to run this program for at least 6 weeks. This is a 2-day-a-week program. Run it for 6 weeks, so that's 12 workouts. It feels much more digestible, much more manageable when you look at it that way, in my opinion. Now, the recommended way that I would have you run this series is I would have you keep all your reps the same, your sets the same, your reps the same. You're still gonna do 3 by 10 of every exercise every week. But what you are going to change is your weight. So I want you to try and go up in weight every single week. Now, this will get a little bit tough when you get to your smaller movements like your tricep pushdowns and your cable curls, but for your big compound movements, your squats, your RDLs, your lunges, your overhead press, what else did we do? Your floor press. Those, I want you to really try to push the weight every single week. A very general rule of thumb is you should be able to go up 2.5 to 5 pounds on all of those lifts each week. Now, some may progress faster than others, some may progress slower than others, and that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. Everybody's progress is so individualized and so different. So let's say on week 1, you did your goblet squats at 15 pounds. On week 2, I still want you to do 3 sets of 10, but now I want you to grab a 20-pound dumbbell. Do all your 3 sets there. And then on week 3, I want you to try and grab a 25-pound dumbbell, do all 3 sets of 10 there. Week 4, 30-pound dumbbell. Week 5, 35-pound dumbbell. You see how quickly you'll really progress here. Now, if you start to get stuck and the weight starts to get really, really heavy, what I personally would do, let's say on your floor press, when you get to week 3 and 4, you're like, wow, I can do like 1 set at this heavier weight, but then I gotta back down. Do that. Do that. Do your first set at a heavier weight and then just drop down an extra 5 pounds on those last 2 sets. That's totally fine. I want you to dip your toes into something a little bit heavier, but nothing too crazy. I want you to do what feels manageable to you. The second way that you can progress this program is you can increase your reps, but keep your weight the same. This would be more of an endurance style training. We would go from 3 by 10 to 3 sets of 15, and you would be keeping your weight the same every week. We have to remember that reps and weight have an inverse relationship. So one goes up while the other goes down, or stays the same. If we're doing heavy weight, we're gonna be doing low reps. If we're doing high reps, we're gonna be doing low weight. Another way to think of it is if your reps are staying the same, your weight can go up. If your weight is staying the same, your reps can go up. Something has to progress. We have to get better in some capacity. Sometimes that's weight, sometimes that's reps, sometimes that's neither. So this is where your third option comes in. If you are not comfortable moving up in weight or up in reps, I highly recommend at least trying it. You are capable of so much more than you think you are. But if it turns out you're not ready to do either, that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? Progress is not always more weight, more reps. Okay? There's so many different ways to measure progress. We could have better form, we could have better range of motion, we can have better time under tension or more time under tension. We could slow that movement down. We can have more range of motion. Did I say more range of motion already? I probably did. There are so many ways to measure progress. It's not always reps and weight. So if on week 1, you were only able to go down 1/4 of the way in your squat, and now on the last week of this program, you're able to go all the way down, that is ginormous progress. So week 5 is actually going to be the toughest week of this program. That's either where your weight is going to be the heaviest or your reps are going to be the highest. After that, on week 6, I want you to take something called a deload week. Now, what the heck is a deload week? We hear this term thrown around a lot, and a lot of times beginners have no idea what it is. They're like, oh, I just do something different for that week. I do something a little bit lighter. Oh, I took a deload week when I was sick one time. No. A deload week is a week of intentional, lower intensity, lower volume than all your other weeks of training. And it often happens right in between phases or as you're switching phases. Deload weeks can help prevent injury, improve recovery, and just help us reap all the benefits of everything that we just put our body through in that phase. We don't build muscle in the gym. That's where we break muscle down. We build muscle when we're resting. So on your deload week of this program, there's going to be week 6 of this program, okay? So either you just did 3 sets of 10 and you went up heavier weight, or you increased your reps and you got to 3 sets of 15. On your deload week, I want you to come back down no matter which programming style you chose to do. I want you to come back down to 3 sets of 8 for every exercise and use a weight that was lighter than week 1, like lighter than week 1, okay? At least 10 pounds lighter than week 1, if that's possible. You shouldn't break a sweat on your deload week. Your deload week should be very, very easy. It should be in and out in 20 minutes, okay? I promise you, you're doing it correctly. So those are your options. Please drop any and all questions or comments about this series in the comments. I would love to help you in any way that I can. Use me as a resource. That's what I'm here for. In addition, if you like the style of programming in this series, I do have a beginner's program. It's called Bring on the Basics, and I do offer payment plans for it. I also have at-home guides. I have dumbbells only, bands only, and body weight only, and those you can use forever. It's yours to keep forever. You can do them at home, you can do them in the gym, you can do them wherever you feel comfortable, as long as you have access to the equipment for the program in which you buy, of which you buy. Whichever program you buy, just make sure you got dumbbells, bands, or yourself. And lastly, another option, I do have non-client consult calls, so you can always book a 30-minute or 1-hour call if you want to get some more individualized programming, or if you just have any questions about fitness and health or anything that you're struggling with. All the consult calls are 30 minutes or 60 minutes where you have my undivided attention. So those are the other options. I hope that you enjoyed this series. I had a lot of fun making it. Getting more beginners into the gym is something so important to me, something so near and dear to my heart, because I was in your shoes one time. I was exactly where you are. Okay? We all start somewhere. We all have a day one. I promise nobody is looking at you as much as you think that they're looking at you. They're all focused on their own workout. I promise you. Lastly, if you're still working at home and you did this program at home, that's sick, and I love that for you. I also have some tips to help you feel a little bit more comfortable for your first day in the gym. There's 5 tips. Number 1, I want you to write your workout down. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's in the notes on your phone, on your palm, on your arm, on a napkin. I don't care. Just write it down somewhere. That is going to take away so much of the guesswork, so much of the like, oh, I don't know what to do next. Like, no, this is your mission. Go in and accomplish mission, okay? Number 2, if possible, I want you to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, demos of all the exercises that you have on your program. I have an entire, I think it's called exercise demos, form check. I suck at keeping track of my playlists. I have a playlist here on YouTube, and I also have a playlist on TikTok as well for a lot of different exercises. So look at all these exercises before you go into the gym, just so you have an idea of what they're supposed to look like. And you can even, if you want, practice at home with a water bottle, so you know kind of what it'll feel like. Tip number 3, once you get to the gym, I want you to warm up in an area where you can see the entire, or at least most of, the gym floor. That way you can kind of plan your route throughout the gym, okay? You're warming up, you're saying, okay, so I know I need dumbbells first, that's gonna be over there, and then I need a lat pull down, I think it's that. You can track where you're going through the gym, so there's not a whole lot of wandering. But we all wander, even I wander, okay? So don't be anxious about wandering, but if you are, that's also okay. So what you can do is you can warm up in an area where you can kind of see everything, so you can kind of plan where you're gonna be. Tip number 4, I want you to wear something that makes you feel cute as okay? If you feel cute, you're gonna feel a little bit more confident, and you're gonna be like, I'm a bad bitch, I got this. And tip number 5, the most important in my opinion, remember that we all had a day one. Every single one of us walked into the gym for the first time once, and none of us knew what the heck we were doing, okay? Everybody started somewhere. Nobody walked into the gym knowing absolutely everything. Nobody walked into the gym being able to squat 500 pounds. Okay, we all did our time, and you will get there, I promise you. I'm so proud of you. I hope you enjoyed this little mini series. You're gonna crush it this year. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.